Good morning, No Finish Line Nation. It is a Tuesday morning. It's a wonderful morning, and hopefully we're going to be able to make it a great day today. I just wanted to reach out to everybody and kind of touch on what my coffee talk was about this morning. So one of the things that I've been reflecting on a lot is I try to be able to take some of my real life situations and carry it over to my health journey, right? And one of the things that I noticed the other day is my wife and I and my son, we were out at bowling, and we took him over there. It was just a whim, and we said, let's just go get some bowling in, throw some balls down the lane, have some fun with it. So it was a great time, and it was just the three of us, good bonding time, and had some good fun and high fives, and just had a lot of fun. So one of the things that I was looking at when I was there was I was looking a couple lanes down at some of the little kids, the little peanuts up there throwing the ball down, and they had the bumpers on the rails. So if you're not familiar, in bowling you have gutters, and basically the ball can go into the gutters to go off to the side. Well, they put these bumpers up to be able to protect the kids from going gutter, so they can throw the ball anywhere and it'll kind of bounce around and it'll go down and it'll finally hit the 10 pins that are down at the end of the lane. So I thought to myself, man, that what a concept is to boost the confidence of the kids to be able to go down there so that they can focus on having fun when they're doing it, to be able to make sure that they're, getting a good time out of everything and not feeling deflated because they're, rolling the ball into the gutter every single time because they don't have the coordination or the skill set to be able to roll the ball down the middle yet. So of course, in my own way that I do in my coffee talk kind of way, I translated that, or I thought about how can that be something that I can do or translate over to my health journey. And when I first started my health journey on how we were there, no matter what plan or program you're on, whether it's Weight Watchers, whether it's Jenny Craig, or whether it's whatever you're doing, however you're working at it, or just regular health and just going to the gym, when you first started, think back on the time that you first started. Were you religious about the things that you were working on? Were you setting up those bumpers for the gutters in your journey? Were you tracking religiously? Were you using your application to a feverish pitch? No matter how long you've been with the whatever program that you're doing, remember when you first started and how you set yourself up for success and the type of successes that you were getting when you set yourself up for that success. When you put the bumpers up and you were able to stay in your lane and focus on the task at hand and not have to worry about the outside noises to be able to do it. You were so focused. So then progress weeks afterwards as you're in your programs, whatever you're doing, and then you start to get comfortable with everything. And then you start to kind of wing it and you kind of navigate and gauge things that aren't as meticulous as you once were. So your weighing things out aren't as much, or your point values aren't as much, or your weight and your scale about the reps that you're doing weren't as much, or weren't on point as they were. And so you're kind of guesstimating and you're kind of throwing things in there to be able to say, oh, well, that's kind of like that. That's what I used to eat. Yeah, it's okay. That's not really that high point of value or whatever. And so you eat a little bit of that, you eat a little bit of this, and you nosh on that, until it's more than what you've accommodated for or what you've accounted for. The guesstimating piece is the part that really kills us, right? So think about it, right? In your journey, have you gotten too overconfident with the things that you're doing? And is it time to be able to just refocus, flip the script real quick, and be able to get back to the basics of things that you're doing? So getting back to the basics could be anything, right? Whatever worked for you in the beginning when you first started the journey and you got past some of those frustrations, some of those things, but works, then why aren't you doing what works? A lot of times what happens is if we get the guesstimates going and we get complacency going, unintended complacency a lot of times, it's human nature to be able to feel confident about something that you've been practicing for so much. But what happens is then we then blame it on the fact that, well, why am I gaining? Or why am I not losing? Or why am I in this space? I'm doing everything that I need to do. Are you really though? Are you really putting the work and effort into what you were doing when you first started and you saw the results you were really looking for when you first started to now you're a crafty veteran? Are you really seeing exactly the results that you're looking for? And are you doing things the way that you should be? Now you might be, and your body might be responding a certain way. But let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the fact that we're not making very smart choices towards our journey of what we want to accomplish. One of the things that my kid, when he goes to play football or baseball, one of the coaches always tell him, you got to practice, practice, practice. And we think about to ourselves, I got to practice all the time. And if I'm not putting the practice in the way that I need to put the practice in, and then I just assume that I'm going to have the natural ability to be able to accomplish it, don't assume anything, because it's not going to happen. Okay? So today, take a look at how you're doing, how you're navigating your journey. Are you putting the bumpers up for you to be successful? Are you creating that lane for you to be successful in what you're trying to work at? And are you keeping it consistently, the bumpers up, for you to be able to be successful? Is it time for you to lift the bumpers and not just have to wing it down the middle, or just kind of flip it backwards to be able to say, I'm the man or I'm the woman and I can go ahead and make that happen? Okay? Think about that today. Think about your journey and think about, is it time to refocus, refire, and be able to put things together to be able to set you up for success moving forward. Okay? Have a great day today, everybody. It is June 6th. It's the only June 6th, 2017 you're ever going to get, so make it a great one. I always bring that up, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Make today great. Okay? We'll talk later. Thanks.